When most negotiators persuade, they see the argument and the persuasion as a balance. What they do is they think that the more they can add to the balance, the more persuasive it's going to be. And that's demonstrated by what people say, like the weight of the argument, tipping the balance. It hangs in the balance. And you can see that they have a theory that the more they add to the balance, the more persuasive it's going to be. So if that were true, when Huthwaite did its negotiation research, which is the largest objective piece of negotiation research that's ever undertaken in the world today, if that were true, then you'd see them adding lots of arguments to build a case. In actual fact, what happens is that is not true. And skilled negotiators will only add one or two reasons to an argument to persuade the other party, whereas average negotiators will add 3 or more reasons to the balance to try and persuade. And when we looked at it, what we discovered was that skilled negotiators were saying, if you want me to do this, this is the reason why I can't. And they'll stick firmly to one reason, only add 2 if they're pushed, whereas average negotiators will add a lot. To give you an example of this, I have a friend who has a very bright daughter, and when she was about 5 or 6, they were going off to the Yorkshire Dales to a mobile home. And she said, "Daddy, can I take my bicycle?" And her dad said, "No." And kids are very smart, and she asked, "Why can't I take my bicycle?" He said, "Well, there are lots to do. We're going for days out. You won't have time to use it." "But Daddy, why can't I take my bicycle?" "Well, because there are swings and slides. You can use them for recreation and play with your friends." "But Daddy, why can't I take my bicycle?" And he said, "Well, we can't get it in the car." And kids are smart. And several minutes later, when my friend came down with the suitcases to go to the car, he found his daughter, 6 years old, sitting in the back of the car with a bicycle on her knee. Now that's argument dilution, and what she did is she waited for the weak reason and she attacked it. And if you're in negotiation and people ask you, do you have any more reasons for doing it? Is that the only reason for doing it? Think about the way that skilled negotiators persuade, and they'll say, this reason alone is good enough to make us want to do this.